Welcome back, guys. My villa in Plantation, Florida, martial arts center Dracul in Germany. My dear friend and great assistant teacher Tolga and Sifu C today. Don't forget to subscribe our channels and comment in the entries. So today I'm gonna talk a little about Biu Jee form. The famous Biu Jee form, what is so exaggerated in the whole Wing Chun system. The Biu Jee form is very vicious, of course, and it trains you an emergency system. But you don't just stand it out too much. It's a part of the Wing Chun system. So what's the problem with the Biu Jee form? The problem with the Biu Jee form is you have very effective techniques like elbow, whatever it is, but it's not applied properly. So the Biu Jee Chi Sao, I'm going to show you a part of the Biu Jee Chi Sao. You train something in the Chi Sao, and then I'm going to show you how to apply it for a realistic situation. If someone who's capable, really good, trained in boxing or other striking styles, just to get in charge of him, to get rid of his attacks on time. Okay? So we're gonna go through the first motion. Chi Sao should be always applied very easy, nicely moving. We do it again just to have a little bit of fun. You see? Yes. Because the Chi Sao always gives you an idea of moving, following the force, or using the opponent's force. But then you have to understand what to apply. So what we have here a vicious elbow that goes in. Okay? So you see, he can defend an elbow with an elbow. But that's not the case I want to talk to you about. The case is the first elbow, you go, pow, you rush in here. You see how it rocks someone? Okay? So this is something you have to practice constantly to rush in like that. You do this to me, the same elbow, pow, you see? And he always hits me. He always hits me. I hit him, he hits me. And again, you see, it's all about conditioning. How can and where we can use this, okay? The moment he squares up, boom, you see, I go in here and the next elbow is going to be here. And again, slow motion. You see how close we move in here. And this is where the elbow is striking, hitting him, and the other one goes up here. Again, if someone asks, be very rigid here, very firm, okay? Don't let me push it down. Can you do this? No. This is why you have to learn properly in Wing Chun, the lower elbow force, to be able to go in here and strike as viciously as you can do. Okay? This is the timing point early. The moment he squares up, I go in here, you see, and there's no defense against it. The other thing is, he squares in and he attacks first. Boom. This is how I defend his strike. We do slow motion again. I'm here, boom, you see? And from here, people might say like, oh, he can bring up quickly the other fist. He cannot. Slow motion again. Boom, boom. And the other elbow comes in here. We do it this way. Again. You see? You try to hit me with this one too, okay? You see what happens? You see what happens? But the majority of Wing Chun people, they do this. Because they don't have a clue how Wing Chun works. You have to move in here, and you see, that's it. And the next elbow strikes in here. Okay? That's one of the applications of the famous Biu Jee form and the famous Biu Jee Chi Sao. Vicious and very brutal elbows for real situations. Because you can imagine if you use this maybe in an event, in a tournament, it might be not sticking to the rules or whatever it is. Because these elbows, first of all, I'm going to take on his arm. The second is, I'm going to break his jaw and even dislocate his jaw. And the third thing is, if I strike him with the elbow and back neck here, he might die. It's not the purpose, but it could happen. So I have to warn you to use vicious techniques. You have to make your mind up about that if you want to use that, okay? The next thing, what is contained in this practice here. So here, when he comes with his defense, I want to thrust out here. Because if I don't thrust out here, he's going to thrust out. You see that? Okay, so my movement is to be this, to close in, and then I can strike him, so he goes out for his defense, and so on, okay? So it's about this movement here. And this movement is when he squares in here and I go in like this. You see, again, he squares in and I corner him a little bit. I go square diagonal in. But what I don't do this. What a lot of Wing Chun people do. Look, they do this. What I do is, and you see how it rocks him. And the closer his fist and the stiffer are to his face, look what it does to him. And this is slow motion. Okay? So with this attack, when you hear you go, pam. Or you can even from here go with a hook from the Biu Jee form. See that? We do it again. 2 hooks in a short period of time. Slow motion again. Bam. 1, 2. Okay? That's today from us. Tolga, Sifu Dracul. My Biu Plantation, Florida. Martial Arts Center Dracul in Germany. Come and join us and experience the best.